Good morning, my beautiful peeps. Locking down the truth with Marci Lock. So I have a question for you guys to think about. Something was coming through me. I want you to think about, do you have a specific attachment or expectation or a certain result, a certain way things have to look whenever you go into something? Now you might think, this is intention. You might say, no, Marci Lock, I promise you, I heard from all these self-empowerment gurus. You set out an intention and you have this vision. Well, is this actually fucking you over? Could this be the thing that's actually fucking you over from getting it? So let me explain something. This morning, and I'll give you the answer or my experience of this and what's allowed me to manifest like a motherfucker based around this, but I want to give you some feedback around this. So for this morning, the reason this came up for me is I, woke up, was like, whoa, beautiful day, sun rising over the lake, decided to go do my AM routine, got in the car, jetted down through the canyon to the gym. Then I realized I'm in Utah. I forgot. Everything's closed on Sunday. Or last Sunday I actually went to the gym that I had signed up at and realized it was closed. And then went to another gym and it was open. But when I went this morning, I was like, oh, it doesn't even open for like another hour and a half. So it's like, cool. What else do I get to create? What else would work for me today? And so I jetted back up to the place here in the lake house, and you can see my little band on the stairs. I rocked out some plyos on the stairs and some band cardio and some upper body kick-ass workouts really quickly. My point being, when I had an expectation or a thought, or I'm going to go do this, and it didn't show up a certain way, and this applies, I'm talking about the gym and workout, right? Simple stuff, same truth applies with magnifying, client magnetization with clients, leads, your business, your relationships, anything, even how you intend or what your programming is around the body. All of this, my friends, is programming. Your subconscious mind programming, which you get what you unconsciously expect. So if I expect I have to have a workout a certain way, it's got to be this, or I'm frustrated, or I feel like I've been gypped, or my body's not going to respond the same way, or I blah, 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 blah story, or I'm pissed off. If I would have responded with, fuck, well now this is going to jack my time schedule, I'm, supposed to meet with Ron later, blah, 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 blah. How I choose to respond, the energy that I go into and how I choose to respond is what I get next. So if I respond with, fuck, things never work out and my time's off and there's a blaming or shaming or anything like that, I create more of it. And it's what I expect unconsciously is things are hard. There's always resistance. I've got to struggle or strive or self-sacrifice or whatever. Instead of my mind going to, oh, what would be in flow? So my point being with this, with attachment and expectation, I want to think about, my arms are shaky because I just rocked out my shoulders. I was like, oh my gosh, so I want to get to the point of this, right? If I had an expectation or attachment, when I have inspiration for something, and when you break through your bullshit, life just flows through you. Meaning you effortlessly have thoughts or ideas and guided, and the things show up. But people always ask me, how'd you get the biggest business in the world as one of your personal clients? Blah, blah, blah. All of it shows up for me. And it's by listening to these little divine inspirations go, oh, but I don't have an attachment or expectation. So for instance, even with my good friend Guy, him and his brother rock out a really amazing mindset program. And when I first met Guy, there was like, there's something else here. And it was just like, cool, let's connect. And we had dinner and we'd hang out. And there's something we get to do here. And also one day we were like, you know what, we just get to hit record when we have these amazing in-depth conversations. We ended up hitting recording like a 2-hour thing of us conversing, which blew a ton of people's minds, expanded their minds into some of the experience that is possible. And then from that, it's like, I'm like, I just know there's a divine connection. There's something there. And there's no transaction or I'll do this if I get this. And we'll do this if it looks a certain way that is all my bullshit. That would be bullshit, which is programming of how we think it has to look to be a good enough or right or, all of those things. Instead, we dropped all stories and just leaned in and said, well, this is what we feel now. And we just go with that inspiration. And now, Guy and his brother are, requesting either doing personal coaching with me or in my mastermind and which we're tuning into what would work and what would fit. That feels good to allow them to expand to a whole nother way. Now, I never had an expectation or attachment to, oh yes, I'll connect with you and do these videos, these things, if, oh, this might create this. Not even ever in my head at all. Instead, by allowing the things to come through and it feel good, if I have an inspiration about someone that I'll share with them, I do it because I know I'm aligned and it's like, I don't have an attachment. I don't care if they judge me. I don't, it's okay whatever they respond to. I don't have an attachment or expectation if they choose in or not. It's all up to them. I don't know what's right or wrong for them. I'm just going off of what I've been told and what my inspiration is by dropping the stories that allows the experience to show up. And it might just be that a little inkling of a connection with me allows them to share something which brings in the other person that's meant to work with me. I don't know. But I don't have an attachment or expectation. I'm here in this present moment for me. So I want you guys to hear the answer to this is peace and flow. Peace and flow, my friends. If you're not in peace and flow, think about the energy that you're in. Fight, struggle, sacrifice. Everything comes down to, how does this get to be fun and easy? What else can I try? How does this get to be peace and flow for me? If you're not honoring that, you are blocking manifestation. I love you guys. My arms are shaking now. I'm going to drop the camera. Power towards the door. Choose your best life. Lock it down.